It's time for my favorite video that I do every month. It's the Virtual Model Railroad Show, showing off some of you guys' hard work on your model railroads. My name is Jimmy. I'm drinking some more of that Death Wish coffee. Yes, I do really like this stuff. And this is Coffee and Trains.
This video is brought to you by Model Railroad Academy. Model Railroad Academy is your online resource for model railroad instructions, ideas, and information, with loads of tutorials and articles for model railroaders of every skill level.
One of my favorite videos that I've watched recently is making your own homemade ballast, and it's just a really cool tutorial that shows you how to make custom ballast in case you're doing a prototype that doesn't have a commercially available ballast. Plus, you can find tutorials on everything from bench work to electronics to scenery, all sorts of things there. The first 1,000 people to sign up at the link in the description below will get a full year of premium membership to Model Railroad Academy for $1.49. Offer is valid for new members only.
If you want to tell me what kind of coffee you are drinking and have it featured just like these guys right here, you can do that in the comments below, and who knows, you might see your name pop up on an episode of Coffee and Trains. Also, this is the Virtual Model Railroad Show. I do this every month. If you want to learn how you can submit your pictures of your railroad for the Virtual Model Railroad Show, you can stay tuned to the end of this video and I'll tell you how. Cheers. Check out this submission from Evan Quadra.
Evan's got a really cool little layout going on right here. Got a lot of scenery on it, not quite done. And he's got a lot of action in a relatively small space. You can see his train right there. Got a Union Pacific, looks like an SD45 or an SD38. Can't quite tell from this picture, but still looks great. Looks like you're having fun. And one cool feature of this layout is that though it's not running right now, he says it has running water. So that's something really cool that you don't see every day. Thanks for sharing this, Evan.
This is a submission from Lon Luna.
Lon's layout, this is his second layout, and it is his first DCC layout. He's using the Bachmann Easy Command system, which is a great system for those of us that don't have a ton of trains or just getting into DCC. It's a great way to get your feet wet into it. But you can see he has a lot of scenery done. Not quite done yet, but good L-shaped layout going on. He has a lot of nice road work in addition to the track work, and we'll see that picture here in a little bit. But just a lot of neat stuff going on here. Love seeing the bridges. You can start to see some of the road work right there, but there's definitely more. You can check this out. I've got a couple angles of this shot right here, and this just looks like you're having a bunch of fun making it. Great job, Lon. Really love this. Looks great.
Jason Hartnell sent this one in.
Jason has a few shots of his layout under construction right here, just showing, first of all, he's got the baseboard, he's got the first train running around here in a loop, and I believe that's one of the Kato packs where you can get the F unit and a few freight cars and a caboose. So there you go, and now you can see he's got his 2-inch foam on there, and he's got a little bit more track work on there. It looks like this is going to be a pretty cool little layout to run. It's got some double track and things like that, but looks really, really cool. Love seeing this, and you got one more shot to show us, which just gives us a bit more of an angle of what you're feeling and that kind of stuff, and that is this shot right here. And you can see that he has a little bit of new power right here, and it is just flowing right along. I love seeing these progress shots. It's always great to show this. Thanks for sending this in.
This railroad is from Mason.
Jason is 11 years old and hails from Wisconsin. He's got his layout that he is working on right here. It's HO scale easy track, and it models a fictional town called Andersonville, and it's got all sorts of cool things. You can see he's got some buildings, some classic lifelike buildings. Absolutely love that. Has a siding for some stuff right here. You can also see that he's getting a little bit of work in and practice on his ballast. Great job on that. It's going to have a nice long run. Love seeing this. There's a little bit more of the ballast work. Ballasting easy track is not the easiest thing, so good job on that. And you can also see that he's built the little town under construction right there. Great job, Mason. Can't wait to see more.
Check out this TT gauge layout from Glib.
This might be the first TT gauge layout I've actually ever featured on here, and this model is a British Railway. For those of you that don't know, TT is 1/120th scale, so in between HO and N scale. It's a really nice scale that I wish we had more of in the US, but you can check out some of the shots of trains running on his layout. They just look really, really nice. This is extremely well done, and it's just pretty, and I absolutely love seeing this. There's just so much care taken to do this layout properly. The ballast is done really well. The scenery is done really well. This just looks really, really nice, and you should be proud of what you have built. This looks great. Thank you so much for sending this in. I can't wait to see more updates.
Bernie Hoffman sent this one in.
Bernie is showing off his work in progress right here. It's O scale, and you can see he's starting off by showing us a big boy number 4014, that world famous engine. And then you can see all the work that he has done on his layout. Still a work in progress, but it's that classic train room layout. Gotta love to see this kind of stuff. Looks like it's sitting on Atlas O scale track. And this is just, it just makes you want to play. Thank you so much for sending this in. Just a cool thing to see.
Rick Domange sent this one in.
Rick's layout is HO scale, but I honestly had to look pretty hard at it because I thought it was a big G scale layout. This just looks just phenomenal. Now, he said he's done a bunch of tree planting and stuff since this video is done, but he's got some old classic steamers running on this, and this is just some beautiful rock work, very evocative of the Southwestern United States, and it just looks really, really good. Sometimes we see a lot of people neglect the older Old West times of model railroading, the turn of the century when steam was really in its first like golden age, and this is just such a great, it just looks fantastic. I absolutely love seeing this, and it's just something you don't get to see every day. Most time we see transition era, which is the most popular, or you see modern. So seeing this kind of stuff just makes me really happy, and I love the way the river looks right there. I love seeing this consolidation come by, and then you got the roundhouse up there going by, and it just looks phenomenal. Thank you so much, Rick, for sending this in.
Here's a layout from Dakota Ziegler.
Dakota's layout, I think this is the first time I can say this. This is a W-shaped layout. So this is a lot of Kato Unitrack, which you know I love, guys. Has a lot of stuff. Says this is a multi-era layout, so you're going to see a lot of different things. And it's a work in progress, but you can also see that he has done a lot of the ballast work, which he's done a really good job on. He also sent some video of the train layout in action. You can see he's going to have an Amtrak go by with a SD40T going the other way. I believe that was that looked like maybe either a Kato or a Bachmann Siemens charger with a Scale Trains SD40T, which is also going right there. You can also see the Broadway Limited big boy with the fantasy paint scheme on there. There's an SD40-2. Just a lot of stuff going on there. Great job.
Check out this one from Todd Hain.
Todd's layout is an old scale O-scale Marx layout. He's a collector of Marx trains, and it just looks like a really nice layout to run. Very well done, Todd. I love seeing this. He's given a few close-ups as well, like this house scene right here with the track running right next to it. That tubular track looks really good blended in with the scenery. I really like seeing that. He also gave us this nighttime shot right here of this little shop right here with the locomotive going in the background. This looks really great, Todd. Thanks for sending it in.
Ron Simcoe sent this one in.
Now, Ron submitted his layout a few years ago, but he actually moved about 6 months ago, and he had this idea that his layout could be easily moved, and he put that to the test with that, and as you can see, it came through with flying colors. This is a fantastic looking layout. Love that yard there. Love the scenes there. If you were to put a picture of a model railroad in the dictionary, this is probably something similar to what you would see. A lot of cool details, a lot of things. Got all these different mountains in the background, have fun buildings, all sorts of different things. Just a load of different scenes. I really like the way these house scenes look, especially with the mountains in the background. Great job, Ron. Glad this thing moved okay.
Okay, if you would like to submit your model railroad for the virtual model railroad show, here's what you need to do. There's an email in the description. It's ddrrcommunity@gmail.com. Look for that. Send me an email with some photos, and you can also send videos. You can send YouTube links if you have that. I'm able to get those off of there. Just make sure that you have one picture of either your entire railroad or most of your railroad. And I do ask, if you're doing video, to turn your phone sideways. Vertical video is, I'll still use it, but sideways is going to show more of your railroad and look a little bit better on screen here. So that's how you submit that. I don't know how many spots I have left for 2025, so I may be taking 2026 soon, but they'll go ahead and send those in. I always look forward to them. It may be you don't necessarily hear from me when you send them in. You'll eventually get an automated reply saying that it's been recorded, and then you'll get another automated reply when it has been scheduled. So that's how you do that. Email is in the description. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Jimmy from the DIY and Digital. Stay safe, be kind, drink some coffee, and happy railroading.